Hello, I'm back for the second time today. Can you believe it? I can't. All right, so I'm headed home. I have some personal requests to fulfill. So I don't know if you all know this, but if you have a question, if you need advice, if you need some kind of what I would consider to be brief coaching, right? You have a specific situation that you want to get some brief coaching or brief advice on. I have a request where for a flat rate, you can request like a video response. So I don't know if you know that, but that's one of the things that is available through my Pillar link. So I'm going home to fulfill some video requests. And one of the video requests is all about vetting. And so I talk about this quite a bit with people is you should be vetting everyone. You should be vetting every person that you are possibly interested in. And this is something that men and women need to learn how to do. It was never something that I actually thought men needed to know how to do, because I kind of felt like, well, you know, men are visual creatures. They like what they see. And so it's unlikely that a man is going to vet a woman. But now in 2024, you men, you need to vet women. Like, you need to vet women. These women out here today are dangerous. Like, I'm just going to be honest. Now, women will always be more vulnerable. Just as a gender, women are very vulnerable to all kinds of things when it comes to men. But fellas, you all, you know, these women are dangerous. Like, I'm just going to say it. These women are dangerous right now. You need to start using some vetting skills as well. And so I think vetting looks different for men, because what I would say to a man is very different than what I would say to a woman. And it's basically this. You want to be able to determine a woman's level of emotional stability. That's the number one thing that you're looking for, gentlemen. You're looking for a woman's level of emotional stability. And then right behind that, you're looking at a woman's virtue. So those are the number one and number two things that men need to vet for. How emotionally stable is this woman? Now, I'm just going to be honest with you. Every woman, every person with a vagina is going to come with a level of irrationality, emotionality, illogical, you know, like that's standard in every woman with a vagina, okay? Now, the level of that will depend on each woman. It will depend on the age of the woman. It will depend on the emotional maturity of the woman. But I'm just going to keep it solid. All women, we come with a level of emotions, feelings, illogical, irrational, and oftentimes irritating, as the great Dr. Pat used to always say. So do not expect a man and a man's temperament to come from a biological woman. That's not going to happen. We're women, okay? And we're wired differently. However, if that woman is emotionally mature, if that woman's temperament is pretty laid back, if that woman is in that feminine energy dominantly, okay, that's what you're vetting for. You want to make sure you're not with a woman who is emotionally irrational, illogical, compulsive, right? You want to make sure she's not compulsive and impulsive. That's what you're vetting for, okay? So she doesn't do things just in the heat of the moment and then it have years and years consequences later, right? So you want to vet for that first. That's the number one thing you want to know is she, you know, does she have a level of emotional instability? And then right behind that, you want to vet her for her virtue. And what does that look like? She not going home with you on the first night. She not kissing you all up in the mouth on the first night. She not, you know, everybody can't get it. She don't have a bunch of men in her phone. She don't have a bunch of male friends. No, okay? That's what that looks like. Vet her for virtue, okay? You can see with your eyes if she's beautiful or youthful, but what you can't see is her virtue. That's what you cannot see, and that's going to take time. That's not going to happen overnight. That's going to take time, okay? So both of those things are going to take time. So determining her level of emotionality and how regulated she is That's going to take time. And then trying to determine her virtue is going to take time. So that's for the gentleman. Number one, emotional stability. That is what you're vetting for. Is this woman emotionally stable? Number two, virtue. Is she virtuous? Is she out here in these streets giving it to everybody, whenever, however, whatever? No. Okay? That's 1 and 2 for men. Women, 1 and 2 for you. When you are vetting a man, you are, number one, you are vetting for safety and security. That's the number one thing you're looking for in a man. Do I feel safe with him? Do I feel secure with him? And that safety is physical, emotional, financial, all the things. Mental, spiritual safety. Okay? You should not be interacting with a man that does not make you feel safe. In my world, that's called common sense. But you will be surprised at how many women entertain men that are not safe. I don't understand it, but it's a thing. I don't know if it's dangerous and sexy. I don't know. But I don't entertain men that are not safe, that don't make me feel safe and secure. I don't. That's the number one thing you're looking for from men. Do they make you feel safe and secure? And again, I can talk about safety and security in a lot of ways. Do they do what it is they say they're going to do? Do they call when they say they're going to call? Do they go long periods without you hearing from them? And that makes you feel insecure. No, just don't even. Leave him where he's staying, okay? So the first one is safety and security. That is a feminine woman's most important need. You are betting for safety and security. Let me tell you what else it looks like. If you tell this man no and he keeps pushing, pressuring you, how about a little hug? How about a little kiss? No, thank you. Come on. Why are you going to be like that? Right there. Right there. I just told you no, and you will not accept my no. I do not feel safe or secure in this moment. Okay? Why can't you come over to my house? Why can't I cook for you? Why you got to be like that? And that continued pressure, that's you don't feel safe and secure. I do not feel safe and secure right now with you. So safety and security, that's the number one thing the women are looking for. What's right behind that? What's right behind safe and secure? I would say empathy. I would say empathy and kindness. The ability to put himself in your shoes. The ability to be kind. The ability to be that divine masculine man that makes people feel safe and secure. But there's a kindness to his spirit. There's a genuineness to his spirit. There's an empathy to his spirit, like other people matter. It's not just about me, it's about other people, right? And again, it's not to say that he's not, considering himself. We all should consider ourselves, but we also should consider others. And if you get a feeling of, this man doesn't consider me, this man doesn't put himself in my shoes, this man, lets me leave his house at 2 a.m, doesn't call me, text me, see if I made it home, none of that, that's a no-go. That's a no-go. That's just basic common courtesy. You shouldn't even be leaving his house, without him walking you to your car or walking you or taking you home or whatever. Like, these things are basic. So empathy, kindness, the ability to put himself in other people's shoes, the ability to be kind, genuinely kind to others and to you, that's number one and number two. Okay? But just because someone is interested in you, that's called so what? Y'all really be thinking like that's all it takes. Like, well, they like me. I'm like, what? Huh? So? So? Like, I really be saying so. So what? Well, they like me, Anita. That's called so. Just because somebody like you, that don't give you access to me. Just because you want access don't mean you get access. I want a lot of things. I don't get them. So, men and women, y'all got to stop with this woman's giving me the time of day. No, you still got to vet her. She could be bat mess crazy. And you sitting here like, well, she giving me the time of day, or she's calling me, or she's texting me. No, you don't know her. her, that don't mean you got to give her access to you. And the same definitely go for the men. A man interested in me is called so what? I will vet you and let you know. I'll let you know what it is. But this idea that, okay, just because you're interested, no, that doesn't mean anything. That does not mean anything. And I'm not sorry about it. So these are the basics. These to me are just the basics. A man, coming in my DM or sending me a message through Messenger. Okay, hey, how you doing? And they really do believe, like there was a whole thing on this Facebook group, this singles Facebook group. There's this whole thing where the men were all up in arms. Oh, these women don't want good men. And, I'm a good man. And, I can't get no woman. And yet you got all these dogs out here. They got plenty of women and women being faithful to them and this and that. So here's what I want to tell you if you're a good man. You ready? If you are a good man by your own standard, so that's number one. That's by your own standard that you think you're a good man. Okay? I'm going to need some references. So whether you think you're a good man or a good woman, I'm going to need some references. Because you saying you a good man, you saying you a good woman, okay, that's by your own standard. I got to think you a good man. I got to believe that this will work for me. So that's what everybody needs to understand. Good women too. Just because you're a good woman, again, that person's standard may be different than yours. So you don't need to feel a way about that. Well, all these, the men only want these freaks and they only want these hoes and this and that. Okay. Again, why does that bother you? Like, that's not even a thing in my world. If these men only want hoes, that's not a man I want. Like, over time, you will see if he is pretending, if he stops being consistent. Precisely. Because remember this, ladies, you will know a divine masculine man because he can make and keep commitments. That's the key. He can make and keep commitments. A man that cannot make and keep commitments, nope. That'll tell you enough right there. He cannot make and keep commitments. So, no. And the same with women. Again, a good feminine woman, she will be virtuous. She will be emotionally stable and regulated. Her mouth won't get the best of her all the time and the attitude and all of that. Like, that's real easy. Women who are not emotionally stable, like, you don't know what you're going to get. That's a dangerous woman. So I'm just saying. But just because you're a good person, right, man or woman, you don't need to feel a way about certain people, like, not being into you or on you like that. That's probably not your person. Like, I don't feel a way about any man that, oh, I'm a good woman and they don't want me. No, if that man wants to deal with these, broken Bettys out here, then he's not the man for me. He's not a divinely masculine man. So I wouldn't want him anyway. I wouldn't attract him anyway. So you have to understand that. Y'all are out here trying to attract people that are not even in your vibrational frequency. Like, y'all just out here trying to attract people. Those people are not in your vibrational frequency. Those people are probably lower. They're probably in a lower vibrational frequency. You better be glad. You better be glad you ain't attracting those people. So, no. But vetting is required. Everyone gets vetted. And let me tell you this. So Red Pill says that women make rules for guys they don't want and they break rules for guys that they want. I don't live by that standard. I've had too many men say, Anita, you hold me to a higher standard. I hold everybody to a high standard. I don't care if I want you, don't want you. I don't care if you fine. I don't care if you tall, short, ugly, fat, skinny. I don't care. If you are male, you gonna get the same standard across the board. And that's what we need to hold. So even if I'm feeling you, even if you fine as all outdoors, I'm like, I ain't going home with you. And too many men have found this out the hard way. They think because they're fine or because they have some money, oh, Anita's going to take me home. Anita's going to sleep with me on the front. No, I'm not. There are just some things that Anita's not going to do. It does not matter who you are. I don't care if you're a celebrity. I don't care. I'm not doing that. Okay? Ladies, you need to do the same. Gentlemen, you need to do the same. You need to stop making all these, special rules for the fine girls, the big booty girls, because that's where y'all get burnt. That's where you get burnt. When you get off of your standards, when you get off of your values, that's when it's going to get you every time. Every time I've ever gotten tripped up, it's because I brung down my standard. When I bring my standard down, I get burnt every time. Every time. And then I can't even say nothing. I honestly cannot even say nothing. I'm like, Anita, this is you. You the one that's lowering your standard. You the one that's doing something that you said you wasn't going to do. And this what you get. This what you get. That's why I said, can't nobody be as hard on me as I am. But I'd be like, this what you get. Because see, that's what you get for lowering your standard for this person. So don't do that. But you must vet everyone. And you must vet everyone with the same standards. The same values. No matter what that person look like or what they got, you got to vet them with the same standard. Okay? That's it. If a person doesn't want you, then that's not the person God has for you. I agree. I agree, because for the most part, like I said, my husband is not someone else's husband. My husband is not a man that's not interested in me or not calling me or not texting me. That's not my husband. I cannot build a relationship with someone that does not have mutual interest and mutual effort. Please remember that always. Okay? You're living in delusion land when you honestly believe that an ex or a crush or somebody that you're limbering over, oh, that's my husband, that's the man of my dreams. No, it's not. If he's not interested in you, if he's not putting forth the same effort, if he's not putting forth the same, no, that's not your husband. That's a fantasy you made up in your head. That's what it is. That's not your husband. So your husband is as crazy about you as you are about him. Like, y'all are crazy about each other. Y'all are calling each other, texting each other, asking each other out, going and doing things together. That's your husband. That's your wife. And I'm going to give that same advice to the men. So for the guys, if you have to run after a person, if you have to, run them down every chance you get, if you have to call them all the time, text them all the time, and getting anything out of them is like pulling teeth, that's not your wife. Like, that's not your wife. It's as simple as that. That is not your wife. Okay? Yes, do we want you to be good masculine men, and we want you to lead, and we want you to initiate? Most definitely. But we are also going to reciprocate. We are going to give the same energy that we're getting. And if you are not feeling that, that's not your wife. That's not your woman. Okay, so please don't forget that. I get that question a lot from men. How do I know a woman likes me? How do I know she's into me? And she's doing this or she's not doing that. Okay, you're going to get very similar energy. Very similar energy. Okay, and even if she's busy, even if she has kids or she's got stuff going on, she's going to communicate that. Hey, I got stuff going on. I can't, be as available. Guess what I always tell men that I date? Hey, I'm a therapist. On these days, I have sessions back to back to back. If I don't respond to your text, it's because I'm in session. Like, I just communicate. And y'all know I'm not going to be sitting up there texting with somebody all day, every day anyway. The first conversation I have with a man is that I don't like texting. I don't like texting. I'd rather talk on the phone. You can send me a voice note. And I'd rather see you. I'd rather see you in person. I'd rather us make plans to actually sit down and see each other. That's number one on my list, is seeing you in person. Number 2 on my list is seeing you over FaceTime or Zoom. Number 3 on my list is talking on the phone. Okay. Number 4 on my list is a voice note. Number 5 on my list is texting. I hate texting. I hate messaging of any and every kind. So that is the last thing I want to do. Do not text me all day, every day. I hate it. Now, if a man continues to text me, if he continues to message me, that's a no-go, because he don't have basic comprehension skills. He don't have basic, did you just hear what I said? Like, can you respond in kind? Like, I don't like texting and now you don't text. Like, that's it. But if he keeps texting me when I've said, hey, I don't text, I don't do the texting thing, that right there says that's not my husband, because my husband is smarter than that. Like, my husband is a genius. And if somebody say don't text, he don't text. So it's not hard, y'all. It really is not. But a lot of it is you're not tuned in. A lot of people are just not tuned in to the energy. You're not tuned in to looking at what people are doing and tuned into what people are saying. That's all you got to do. Just tune in. Okay? But vetting is for men and women. And ladies, don't y'all get y'all mouth poked out. If a man, uses these skills, he should. He should. Y'all act like he should just, y'all act like he should just be glad. He should just be glad that I'm giving him the time of day. No, he shouldn't. No, he shouldn't, because some of y'all ain't worth the time of day. Y'all ain't want to hear that, but you just did. Okay? That man needs to vet y'all just like you need to vet him. That's wisdom. She said, I need to learn how to vet better. Yeah, I think everybody does. It's a skill. It's a skill. Now, this is what I'm going to tell you, though. Once you learn my vetting skills, see, this is what people not prepared for. They're not prepared for, having to let people go. People that they think are a good option. Anita said that if he can't keep commitments, or if I don't feel safe with him, I got to cut him loose. But I don't want to do that. See, that's the thing right there. A lot of y'all don't want to, you don't want to come to the realization that if you use my vetting tools, yeah, you're going to be cutting people out left and right, especially now. So it is what it is. I'm trying to get you the best love I can get you. Okay. And so it's going to require vetting. We can't just be with everybody just for the sake of being with them. No. And y'all, please stop giving access to your body to everybody. And that's for the men and the women. Everybody is not deserving of your body. Everybody is not deserving of your time, your energy, your essence. No, I don't know you like that. Okay. You can't just come over here and break me off. I can break myself off. Okay. If we want to be adults, I can break myself off. I don't need you to break me off like that. Right. Just be consistent, be a good person, be kind, be safe, be secure, be empathetic, right? Be all the things. And then, if we committed, if we engaged, if we married, maybe. But this whole, stop letting everybody in. Said vetting better makes you have a better poker face. It does. It does. Yeah. Because you would just be like, people be talking crazy and you be like, oh, okay. And you don't even be reacting. So vetting, we got to learn how to vet. All right. I got to go in and let the dogs out. Thank you so much for joining me for the second time today. I appreciate y'all. Have a wonderful day. It's beautiful here. But when I tell y'all the pollen is off the chain, the pollen is off the chain. She said being abstinent will get rid of the men who just want to hit 100%. But women don't want to, they don't want to do that. That is the easiest way, the absolute easiest way to determine what a man is on. Keep them legs closed. Stay off your back. Stay off your knees. Stay upright. Stay in the upright and locked position. Stay off your knees. Stay off your back. How are you going to teach us how to vet? I've had so many videos on vetting. So many. I'll have to, I might go onto YouTube and do a live training. But so many videos on vetting. I talk about that all the time. And a lot of it is the application. See, y'all don't want to apply what I'm telling you. You think I'm going to tell you something different every time, and I'm not. I'm going to tell you the same thing, and you got to apply it. You got to apply what I'm telling you, okay? Oh, look, I see the dogs are already out. Let me take my dog for a walk. All right, y'all. Have a great rest of the day. I will see you later. And as always, stay open to love.